to Otaku no Video for November 30th, 2009. Coming up in a moment, a review of a book about manga. But first, some news. There's going to be a new Ikki Tousen series. Ikki Tousen Double X. Yay. The ANN article has lots more info. I linked to it from our blog, otakunovideo.net. Go check it out now. Meanwhile, Strike Witches fans! Looks like AIC will be taking over from Gonzo for the second season of Strike Witches. For those of you who don't know, Strike Witches is the show about little girls with no pants flying around like World War II planes firing guns. Yeah. There's a little article over on animation.net, and they point out that Gonzo usually has the better animation quality, but then Gonzo usually their plots kind of flop halfway through the show. So AIC usually has at least a better writers. So who knows? Lighter news: the House of Five Leaves manga is being adapted into an anime. It tells the story of a Ronin samurai who takes a job with a gang in Edo-era Japan. The official site lists Samurai Champloo in one of their meta tags. So hopefully it'll try to follow Samurai Champloo's kind of style. The show will air in the prestigious Noitamina block. And that's sort of this prestigious late-night block, which recently aired such shows as Eden of the East, Nodam Cantabile, and Tokyo Magnitude 8.0. So, cool. Meanwhile, Funimation's posted the entire Vexil movie to Hulu. Head on over there for the entire film. It's sort of the CGI animated thing. They've also posted the first 2 English dubbed episodes of Spice and Wolf up at Funimation.com. So, want to check out Spice and Wolf, at least dubbed, head on over there. Meanwhile, some file sharing news. 10 otaku in Japan have been arrested for uploading anime to file sharing sites. Yeah, arrested. They were sharing shows ranging from Ranma 1/2 to Gundam 00, also Lucky Star. Wait. Someone was uploading episodes of old Ranma 1/2 TV? What? Okay. Some light novel news. A light novel has won Kadokawa's Sneaker Award, very prestigious award. Sugar Dark is the first light novel to win since The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya 6 years ago. And so Kadokawa's president came out and said basically, I'm sure there's going to be an anime coming soon. So, cool. And it tells the story of a gravedigger, a beautiful girl, and a horrific monster. Thank you, Japan. Meanwhile, game developer Circus, probably best known for making the Da Capo game, suffered a fire recently in their offices. They say about half of their office space was burned. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and it looks like they'll be able to continue work without any significant delays moving forward. So it looks like they had good backups. So, hey, back up your stuff. Finally, just to show how weird the Japanese can be, the Konada family from Lucky Star will now be entered in the books as official residents of Sate Japan, which is the former residence of Lucky Star's mangaka. Official residence, like in the actual, real, official book. It gets weirder. The life-size statue of Gigantor in Kobe, Japan is also getting a residency certificate in Kobe. I just report the news. Alright, time for another review, this time of Manga, 60 Years of Japanese Comics. A huge book! Huge! Not that incredibly thick, but just big. It's big as my head. This seems to be the standard unit of measurement around here. Anyway, this is basically your English language guide to the evolution of manga over the past 60 years or so. And I don't make that claim lightly. Excuse me. And it starts way back, and lots of pictures, lots and lots of examples, just wonderful. It starts way back in the early days with, well, these aren't the early days, but showing some of the basic ideas of manga originally. And then some really early manga, just really early examples of stuff. And then we get in Tezuka, and what Tezuka was like. And then what I really like, it then moves on to specific genres of manga. So it goes from Tezuka to shonen stuff, then shoujo stuff, then the more serious stuff, including hentai, seinen comics, and then just all-encompassing weird stuff. Talks about this thing called personal agendas, sort of biographical and weird, very personal stuff. And then culture, imperialism, what manga has to say about Japan and such. And it's a very Japanese kind of medium. And just lots and lots of stuff. And like I said, lots and lots of examples. You know, beautiful, beautiful book. And incredibly, I mean, densely packed with information. Not just pictures, but just here is how manga evolved. Here are some of the major people working in manga over the years. You know, here are the big trends. One of the odd things was seeing very little mention about Gundam, because Gundam is an anime phenomenon, not really a manga one. There's lots of Gundam manga, but it grew out of anime, not manga. And there are lots of things that grew out of manga specifically that never really translated over to anime. So really interesting, really useful book. At the very least, if it's at the library, you know, if you're at all curious about manga, if you like to read manga, this will fill out your education, you know, very, very well about, you know, what's going on. What are the roots of the manga you read right now? Your Bleach, Naruto, Fruits Basket, you name it. You can trace its lineage back here and see what inspired your favorite manga authors. Where did all this come from? And where is it now? What's developed and what's developing? It's very, very interesting. Really well written. You know, like I said, densely packed with information. Lots of examples. Full color. What's not to love?